Miss Universe Philippines keeps on surprising us by releasing amazing content about their delegates. Just a few days ago, they released a portrait for each one of the delegates with the theme of the glam photo shoot. And during today's video, I'm going to be presenting to you my personal top 12 standouts. When I think of glam, something very specific comes to mind. Fashion, timeless, beauty, regal, and of course, innovation. So all of my picks today are based on that criteria. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you drop a like, a comment, that you share the video with a friend, and of course, follow me for more content like this one almost every single day. So without further ado, let's get into my topics. At number 12 on the list, we have Miss Bantayan Island looking amazing in gray. I really love this portrait because there is a lot of attention to detail when it comes to the gown that she's wearing. You can see how intricate the fabric that was used for this particular gown it is. And I also really like the contrast that the sleeves bring in comparison with the actual color of the gown. I also want to highlight the different in textures between what she's actually wearing on the gown and the fabric that was selected for the sleeves, which also adds a little bit of volume compared to the very slick and fitted gown. At number 11 on the list, we have Miss Laguna Alexandra May Rosales looking absolutely stunning in this look. I think that is a very traditional pageant look in terms of glamour, but it just works like perfection for her. It really accentuates her physique like no other. And I also really like, the design of this gown in particular, going with this concept of the little almost like chains or pearls coming together to create a pattern for this particular gown. It feels like it's the type of gown that when she would walk, there will be a lot of movement. It's very dynamic. So personally, I really appreciate that. And I love how not everything here is about the gown, but it's also about the makeup, the hairstyling. Everything comes together to just create a very, very successful image, in my opinion. Even the editing of the photo, going with the dark forest, which adds a little bit of a mysterious layer. So for me, from A to Z, whether it's the gown, the makeup, the styling, or the storyline that is being sold to us with the backdrop, I am sold. At number 10 on the list, we have Miss Hawaii, showing that glam can be fun, and she looks so good while delivering it. The moment that I saw this photo, it made me think of Rihanna's very iconic look at the Met Gala with the yellow gown as well. I know that they're quite different, so it's perhaps a stretch, but to me, this will be close to the pageant version of that. I love how this gown is so big, so colorful, it has so many folds, but still accentuates things in the right place. I mean, we don't have to compromise showing some skin, showing some glow, showing some shoulders, just because there is a lot of fabric. We don't have to compromise showing that beautiful silhouette. And most importantly, the gown doesn't take away from the attention of the face, of the glam part of the photo shoot, right? I love that other than going with a very ambitious design, they also showcased some attention to details with the flowers that we can see from the waistline going all the way up. In my opinion, one of my favorite looks so far from Miss Hawaii. Keep it up. At number 9 on the list, we have Miss Kananga looking absolutely incredible in red, and honestly, what a way to make a first impression, because if you guys remember, the former candidate for Miss Kananga retracted from Miss Universe Philippines, and then Phoebe was appointed to be the new representative for Kananga. I love the fact that her definition of glam is something different from everyone else. Pretty much all of the girls showed with big, beautiful gowns. Some of them went colorful, some of them went traditional. Miss Kananga gave us something completely red, which feels almost like a bodysuit, like a cat suit, with some added fabric on top, which almost give the illusion of a gown, when in reality it isn't. Very creative, very fashion forward, and to me this is something that I love to see. I love when glam can be fun, can be playful, can be colorful, and it doesn't just has to be the traditional pageant things that we're used to seeing on stage. I love that the fabric covers every single part of her body except for the face, but she's still in a way showing a lot of skin, because we can quite literally see all of the silhouette. Is quite revealing. I think I'm even seeing some abs from here. So the girl really decided to give us absolutely everything. This particular look also draws a lot of attention to the face with matching makeup and just perfect hairstyling. Super successful. At number 8 on the list, we have Miss Kainta, Stacey Gabriel, absolutely stunning as usual. You know what they say, you know what I say about Stacey in every single video, the face card never declines. And of course, that's gonna come in very handful in terms of the glam photo shoot. Putting that aside, because we know that Stacey is always going to deliver on that aspect, let's take a look at the gown that she is wearing. In my opinion, this is quite a traditional gown in the world of pageantry. We have seen similar designs here and there, but I love the fact that she offers in a very subtle way a lot of color. We also get some metallic shades and of course also some movement because she has this little like dripping diamonds from the dress, which I imagine that whenever she will walk would also move along with her and just successfully catch our attention. I also love, I don't know if you guys see it, maybe I'm stretching it a little bit, but the bottom part of the dress, even the way that the way that was positioned for this particular photo shoot, it almost makes me think of the Miss Universe logo with the gown of the woman in the logo creating a circle around her. So for me, this is Stacy's version of that. Really nothing to complain. As usual, Stacy is slaying. Mwah. Let's move on now to number 7, which goes to Miss Iloilo, Alexi May Brooks. For every single photo shoot so far, Alexi has been showing us a different side of her. This one is no exception. She is going big and glamorous, very colorful as well, and honestly I think it's one of my favorite looks so far because the contrast of the very saturated yellow with her dark rich skin color is just a match made in heaven. I love that Alexi is getting a little bit playful, showing a little bit of skin, holding the leg up, and in a way going hyper feminine, which usually is one of the things that people used to criticize her in the beginning, that she was more on the androgynous side, more on the masculine side. But I think that Alexi is really showcasing that she can do anything. You cannot really put a label or define her in a certain way because at the end of the day, she's gonna do whatever she wants. The hairstyling has been consistent since the beginning. Not many things have changed, but if it's not broken, then don't try to fix it. That's how I feel about Alexia at the moment. And the face, super fierce as always. Look at the way that she's staring at the camera. If looks could kill, we would all be dead by now. So just keep it up, Alexi, and keep it coming. At number 6 on the list, we have Miss United Kingdom looking absolutely angelic. Look at the combination of this gown and the train of the dress. First of all, similar to other girls that I mentioned on this list, I like that the gown itself is different from the train. We have often seen girls in pageantry use this type of fabric that she has as a train. It's a prop that is usually used to create this type of like flowy look. It's almost like a butterfly or angel type of illusion, and I think that when you applied it to her look, it's just absolutely stunning. I love the contrast between the textures in the fabrics, and honestly the core piece here, which is the gown, is just incredible. Look at the attention to detail from bottom to top. I can only imagine how many hours, days, weeks, months the designers had to work on this particular gown because it just looks so beautiful. Super well crafted and very revealing in a way because we are seeing a lot of leg here. We are seeing some waistline. We are seeing some shoulders, and of course beautiful angelic face, as I said earlier. Nothing to say about this, nothing to criticize. This is a home run, no questions asked. At number 5 on the list, we have Miss The Gig, Christie McGarry, looking like she is ready to walk the red carpet at the Cannes Film Festival. There's something timeless about Christie's beauty, and I think that this particular gown really embodies that perfectly. You know, there is a little saying that whenever you win a special award or whenever you have one of these recognition event award ceremonies that you're going to be recognized and filmed, photographed, and you will see yourself in years to come, you should always go with something timeless. I think that this is precisely the type of look that Christie is presenting to us. All black, you can never go wrong with that, and a very traditional, fairly conservative silhouette that still delivers a lot of regal, elegance, and beauty. Perhaps if there was a point within this competition to go for this type of looks, I believe it is now, because usually during activities, during in-person events, pageant fans would expect color, fun, innovation, something really out there. But there's still a time and place for looks like this one. And I think that Christie, by going this route during this particular challenge, definitely came out on top. At number 4 on the list, we have Miss Quezon Province, Atisa Manalo, giving us camp with this particular glam shoot. I really like how effortless and playful Atisa's look have been so far in the competition. Not just in this particular photo shoot, but pretty much for every single moment in the competition so far. I believe that she's not really trying so hard with the fashion, but rather just having fun with it and delivering looks that, yes, deliver to the expectation, but that also represent a side of her that we didn't really get to see as often. This particular look is a perfect example of it because there's almost 2 sections to this dress. The bottom part of it being extremely colorful, a very saturated shade of blue. We can also see some shades of green, and of course there's always a little bit of sparkle in that, including some feathers around the waistline for volume, but also for movement and making it dynamic, and on top going with a corset and bra, which is almost giving us a nude illusion. Although there is a lot of different things to look in terms of this particular gown, I really appreciate Atisa's facial beauty here, attention to details when it comes to the makeup, and especially the hairstyling. Minimal, but still they added a little bit of fun, something a little bit camp with the curl that she has on the forehead. So this is fun, it's playful, it's camp, and at the end of the day, it's also glamorous. So for me, I love it. Moving on to number 3 on the list, we have Miss Baguio, Miss Tara. At this point in the competition, I have come to terms to always expecting excellence from Miss Tara and her team, and they deliver every single time. This particular look honestly just feels like something that belongs in a museum. I feel like I have seen similar pieces in, Paris Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week, London Fashion Week. It's a combination of modern, traditional, regal, and it honestly feels very luxurious. The fit of the gown, the silhouette just absolutely nails it for me, and it really accentuates the waistline of Miss Baguio. I love the design and the way that it wraps around her breast to also complement the upper part of the body, while at the same time contrasting with the black and golden fabric. So to me, that is already an attention catcher. The other thing that I think that the team did extremely well is the hairstyling for this. This is not your typical pageant hairstyling. This is not your typical everyday hairstyling. It's actually very fashion forward. It's actually very editorial, which already adds a completely different layer of glam to this particular look. I wouldn't change anything from the gown to the hairstyling, the makeup, even the pose. Look at the way that she's positioning her hands. This is, to me, definitely one of the best looks of the entire batch. So congratulations, Miss Baguio, and please keep surprising us. Alright, now let's talk about my second pick on the list, which goes to Miss Bacoor, Victoria Velasquez Vincent, looking incredible in red, looking like a flower, giving us the rose illusion. And honestly, Victoria, girl, I just have to give it to you for how consistent you have been in every single one of these photo shoots, challenges, whatever y'all want to call it. The girl just doesn't deliver a photo. She will deliver a concept. She has ideas and she has a team to execute them. And honestly, it just makes my job as a pageant blogger so much easier, so much fun. So on behalf of the pageant community, I thank you. The first thing, of course, that I love about this photo shoot is that what Victoria is wearing is nothing like what we would have seen before on a pageant stage. And even though it's unusual, she is not compromising the glam part of it. Looking at this, it's such an interesting image because it keeps me wondering on whether this is how the dress is, or are they like, blowing from the bottom? Are they like, having fans and hair dryers just to create this type of illusion? Or is this really the design? Maybe that's one of the things that I will add to Miss Universe Philippines. I would have loved, especially for this particular challenge, to know who the designers of these looks are, because this is incredible. This is something that people might want to look for and perhaps get for themselves. When I look at this, I see a flower, and I think that it's really the little details for me, not just the way that they designed and positioned the fabric, but also if you pay attention to it, we can see like these little yellow stones, like golden stones, that remind me a lot of a rose and other, flower species out there that might have a similarity. In terms of makeup, hairstyling, jewelry, they kept it extremely minimalistic to really accentuate what she is wearing. But I think that although, as I said earlier, this is more, on the fashion side of things, more avant-garde, it's still very glamorous, so delicate, so soft, and at the end of the day, so effective. VVV, girl, you are doing that. And finally, it is time for me to announce my number 1 pick for this entire challenge, and it goes to none other than Miss Zambales, Anita Rose Gomez. This particular look embodies everything I just love about glam. I mean, this is in a lot of ways very traditional, very much what we are used to seeing, what we would expect from a glamorous photo shoot, but still she is pushing the envelope a little bit. Let's start by talking from head to toe. I love the hairstyling here. I think that is so traditional. I think that is almost like something that I will see in Hollywood actresses from the silver screen era. I love the way that the makeup adds some warmth to her face. I love that the earrings are there but not overpowering. And in terms of the look itself, it's very creative. It almost feels like she is wearing coral, which is a very innovative type of material to incorporate in a gown. So there is definitely a concept. Look at the way that the bottom of the dress comes together to still show a lot of skin, give us an interesting pose similar to the one that Alexi Brooke was showcasing during her photo shoot as well. And the bottom part of the dress, it almost feels like the foam of the ocean, which combined with the coral, I mean, you have a concept right there. At the end of the day, I feel like Anita is one of those girls that for every single challenge, for every single look, has been giving us a different side of her. The versatility is really unmatched, and that's the only thing that I was expecting from Anita. I know that she does have a lot of support. She is not, though, the most popular girl in the pageant just yet, but we have to give props when props is due, because this is just remarkable. Let me know if you guys agree with me in the comment section, but to me, this is by far my favorite look of the entire photo shoot. All right, so there you go, everyone. Those were my top 12 picks for the Miss Universe Philippines 2024 Glam photo shoot. I want to hear your thoughts as well, so I will be reading you in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to comment, like, share this video, and of course, follow me for more content. I will see you guys on the next one.